Hi everyone, this is Helloangel.design. Today I'm going to show you how to make a tote bag. So this is how the bag is once you have done making. I have made this already. This has two pockets inside. You can decide to put a pocket inside your tote bag. And at the end of the zipper I had a tab here. And at the beginning of the zipper I had a tab here. And also I stitch a handle on the bag, on the toe bag. You can just place your D-ring and place your handle. And this other one, there is no pocket inside, is plain. Why I make two tabs on the toe bag is because you can carry it as a shoulder bag, a cross bag, or you can also use your tote bag as a makeup bag. Depends on how you want to make use of your tote bag. That is the most reason why I place two tabs on the tote bag. If you have not subscribed, please click that red button that says subscribe, and after that click that notification bell so that anytime I upload new video you will be the first to be notified. If you have any question, put it on the comment section. If you're just stopping by, thank you so much for watching. Before you exit the video, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get started. I have cut my fabric ready, so I'm using this fabric for the lining. The length is 11 inch while the width is 10 inch. This is the handle. The length is 11 inch while the width is 2 inch. And make sure to have a very long zipper. And my D-ring. And this is my lining also. I cut 2 pieces. And this is my made fabric. And I already ironed my interfacing on the made fabric. So this is my pattern paper right here. The width is 11 inch. At the bottom is 14.5 inch. The length is 8.25 inch. If you want to cut the bust corner is 4.5 centimeter. This other side is 4.5 centimeter. So this is how my pattern paper is if you want to make this kind of tote bag. So let's start putting the tote bag together. First thing that you have to do, put your both pocket together. This is the front of my fabric. So put them together. Make sure both front are facing each other. Take your pin, pin it all around. I have pinned the pocket all around. The next thing that you have to do, take it to your sewing machine, stitch it all together like this. Continue from here, stitch it all the way down. Leave a gap about 1.25 inch so that you can turn your pocket inside out. So take it to your sewing machine, continue from the gap you leave all the way down, and you come to the other side. Don't forget to back stitch and continue all the way down. Once you have done that, turn it inside out and give it a nice press. I have top stitched the pocket and I just turn it inside out and give it a nice press. Don't forget to poke out your corners properly. And this is the open gap right here. So the next thing that you have to do, take your pocket to your sewing machine, give it a top stitch all the way down. You're not stitching the open gap yet. Just top stitch the fold hem of the fabric. I have top stitched the pocket and I fold it into two, give it a nice press so that I know the center crease of the pocket. And I did the same thing with the lining. The next thing that you have to do is to place your pocket on your lining. So this is the front of my lining. From the very top of my lining, I will measure 1.5 inch. So I'm taking a measurement of 1.5 inch. I will place my pocket like this. The center crease of my lining and the center crease of my made pocket. place it like this. Make sure the top stitch edge of your pocket is facing up while the open gap is facing down. So place your pocket like this. Make sure both center creases are matched and take your pin. Just pin the pocket on your lining. I have pinned the pocket on the lining. This is how it is. The next thing that you have to do, take your pocket to your sewing machine, give it a straight stitch down at the bottom and all the way down. And also give it a straight stitch down to divide the pocket. So go ahead and stitch your pocket on your lining. I have stitched the pocket on the lining. This is how it is. The next thing that you have to do, you take your made fabric. So this is my made fabric. You take your zipper. This is the mat of the zip. So what you have to do, make sure to snip the mid part of your made fabric, and I also do the same thing with the zipper. So what you're going to do, turn it like this, put them together, pin the top edge of your fabric. I have pinned it all around. The next thing that you have to do, take it to your sewing machine, give it a top stitch all the way down. When you're stitching, make sure you're using your zipper foot. So go ahead and stitch it all together. I have top stitched the zipper on the fabric. The next thing that you have to do, take your lining. This is my lining and this is the front of the lining. Make sure the open pockets are facing up. Put them together like this. This is the bottom of the pocket, while this is the top of the pocket. Put them together like this. Take your pin, pin the top edge all around. I have pinned the lining in place. Before you start stitching, turn your fabric like this. Continue from your stitch line before. Just go ahead and give it a top stitch all around. And once you are done stitching, turn it inside out and give it a nice press. I have top stitched the lining and I just turn it inside out and give it a very nice press. The next thing that you have to do, take your second piece of fabric. You can see that my interfacing is not up to the edge of my fabric because I cut out 1 centimeter all around. So when you do that and you stitch your zipper on your fabric and you turn it inside out and give it a very nice press, and it lies very, very nice and flat, and there is not a lot of thickness at the top of the zipper pouch. So that is why I cut out 1 centimeter all around. So take your second piece of fabric, place it on top of it like this. Make sure both fronts are facing each other. Just take your pin, pin it all around. So I have pinned it all together. The next thing that you have to do, take it to your sewing machine. Also give it a top stitch all the way down. I have given it a top stitch all around. The next thing that you have to do, turn your fabric like this. This is the lining. And you take your second piece of your lining. Make sure both fronts are facing each other. Place it on top of your zipper. Take your pin, pin it all together. I have pinned the lining on the zipper pouch. So when you're going to stitch all over again, turn it like this. Continue from your stitch line before. Just go ahead and give it a top stitch all around. It's like you're repeating the same process as before. So take it to your sewing machine and top stitch. Once you have done that, turn it inside out and give it a nice press. I have top stitched the lining. I just turn it inside out and give it a nice press. The next thing that you have to do, take your zipper pouch to your sewing machine, give it a top stitch all the way down. Come to the other side, give it a top stitch all the way down. Once you have done that, open your zipper pouch halfway. Use a needle to tag the mouth together, and then you can top stitch to secure the mouth. And you come to this other side, you do the same thing. So once you have done that, then cut out the excess, because I'm going to use the excess for the tab. So you should do the same. Make sure to cut out the excess of your zipper. I have top stitched it in place. This is how it is, and I cut out the excess of my zipper. The next thing that you have to do, take the excess of your zipper. The length is 4 inches. Take your D-ring, put it inside like this, and then fold it just like that. Place it at the very end of your zipper pouch. Place it like this and take your pin that in place. Take it to your sewing machine, give it a top stitch. Make sure to back stitch 2 to 3 times to secure the tab on your zipper pouch. Once you have done that, take your handle to your ironing board, fold it into 2, give it a nice press. Fold the raw edges inside the center crease. Fold these raw edges inside the center crease, and then fold it again and press along. So when you're going to stitch your handle, also take your D-ring, put it inside like this. Then turn it. Make sure both raw edges will be facing each other. Put them together like this, just like this. Take it to your sewing machine, give it a top stitch. Give it a top stitch. Once you have done that, turn your fabric like this, and make sure before you turn your fabric, press the seam apart. Turn your fabric. These raw edges will be facing inside. The both raw edges will be facing inside like this. And then turn it all over again and give it a top stitch all around. So when you're top stitching, you move your D-ring, you top stitch, move your D-ring, you top stitch. So go ahead and top stitch your tab on your zipper pouch, and also top stitch your handle. I have top stitched the tab. This is how it finally look, and I top stitched the handle, and I also top stitch so that the D-ring is not falling all around. So you just have to also give it a top stitch like this. The next thing that you have to do is to bust the corners of the tote bag. So you open your fabric like this, and this is how it is. The interfacing is the remeasurement of my tote bag. So this at the seam allowance. So for the bust corner is 4.5 centimeters by length, 4.5 centimeter by width. So you take your measuring tape or your ruler. So this is 4.5 centimeter, and I come to this side 4.5 centimeter. So come again like this, 4.5 centimeter, and then give it a straight mark. You come to this side, you do the same thing. Take your scissors, cut it out. So I will take my scissors and then cut it out. So when I'm going to cut it out, I will leave seam allowance. I have cut it out. This is how it is. You also take your lining, measure 4.5 centimeters by length, 4.5 centimeters by width. Take your ruler and give it a straight mark, and you come to this side, you do the same thing. Once you have done that, then cut it out. I have cut out the corners, and I did the same thing with the lining. The next thing that you have to do is to pull the bag together and pin it all around. Pin the both side seam and the bottom edge. Don't forget to leave a gap so that you can turn it inside out. So go ahead and start pinning. I have pinned it all around. The next thing that you have to do, take your toe back to your sewing machine, give it a straight stitch on both sides. Come to the bottom edge, give it a straight stitch down. For the lining, remember to leave a gap so that you can turn it inside out. So this is the gap I left open. I left 3 inch. I'll continue from here, end here, and back stitch. I'll continue from the green pin and end there, and also back stitch. So go ahead and stitch the both side seam of your toe bag, the bottom edge and the lining. Remember to leave a gap. Before you stitch it all together, make sure to open your zip halfway, so that when you're done stitching, you can turn your zipper pouch inside out. I have top stitch all around. The next thing that you have to do is to put the bust corner together. Zipper pouch like this, put them together like this. Make sure both seam are matched. Just put them together. Take your pin that in place, and just go ahead and pin it all around. I have pinned the bust corner. This is how it is once you have done pinning. The next thing that you have to do, take it to your sewing machine, give it a top stitch. Give it a top stitch all around like that. So go ahead and stitch it in place. I have top stitch. This is how it is, and I also top stitch the lining. The next thing that you have to do, your open gap is just for you to put hand inside and turn your bag inside out. Before I do that, I will cut out the excess of my zipper. So put your hand inside and turn it inside out. So I have turned it inside out. The next thing for you to do, the open gap, take it to your sewing machine, put it together like this. You can pin that in place, but I will just take it to my sewing machine and give it a top stitch all the way down here. Once you have done that, take your tote bag to your ironing board and give it a nice press. This is the final look once you have done making your tote bag, and you just take it to your ironing board and press it very well. And these are the other ones that I make. If you like this tutorial, don't forget to thumbs up. Make a comment down below if you have any question. Thank you all so much for watching and have a beautiful day. Bye.